Okay. So I'm recording this video for you, okay, and hopefully you get more out of it. So make sure you understand this, and then any questions, you just let me know afterwards, okay?
Cool, no problem.
Good. So first of all, market structure is all about identifying which way the trend is going, okay? And it must do certain things for the trend to continue. If it stops doing one or the other, then it won't work. Okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'll show you this. We have this particular low.
The 0347. Huh?
Yeah. So don't look at price points. Only look at the diagram.
All right.
Okay. So this is a low.
Right.
As price goes up, it made this high. And then as price went down, it made this low. So what this means to you is made a higher high, but according to this low, it's a higher low. Okay?
Okay.
So now it made a higher high again. So this is telling you the trend is going up. Now again here, it made a higher high. But when it made a low, it made a higher low, meaning that it is this high or this low is higher than that. This low is higher than that.
Okay.
And this high is higher. So this high is higher than this. And this high is higher than this. So if it keeps on doing those two things, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, it will keep on going up.
Okay.
Right. So if we now look carefully, it made this high. Then when the price reversed, it made this low. So what we're going to see now very soon is as it made a slightly high, it went below the low. So this is a lower low than this low.
Okay.
But however, the high is higher than the previous high. So this could indicate a reversal is going to be happening. Okay, but at the same time, you've got to look at where price really originated from. So as long as it doesn't go below this low, the buy is still on. So now, as price made a lower high, it's making a lower low. So this is telling you now it's in a momentarily downtrend.
Okay.
But the overall trend is still up. So it's just correcting itself.
Okay.
So now it made a higher high. It made a higher low. It made a higher high. It made a higher low. Okay. So where it reversed from, it's still going back in its normal trend. So the trend is still going up.
Okay.
Right. So if you now look carefully here, it's making a higher high, but it made a higher low.
Okay.
But now made a higher high, made a higher low. Right. Now it's making a higher high, but it made a higher low, but it's no longer making higher highs. So what's happening here? It's making lower lows and the high is becoming lower.
Okay.
So this is telling you the trend is going to reverse. But the other thing is it must take out this zone. So if it goes below this zone, and then it keeps on making lower lows and lower highs, you're going to see the trend reverse.
Okay.
Right. Are you understanding this concept?
Yes. I just want to ask us this question.
Yeah.
Is this a live chat?
It is a live chart, yes.
Come on.
It is a live chart.
Okay. This is trading viewer.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So the where you have drawn the red line, huh?
Yeah. It must go below that.
Why did you not draw it slightly above at the 6613 mark?
Okay, I'm going to explain this to you now. When price goes down, it leaves an area that needs to come back to. It has gone back to the same area 2 times. So this is a significant point. So if price should go below here, the trend has totally reversed.
Okay.
So what could happen is, as here, price went down, price went up, price went down, did not go below here, price went up. So again here, it could be a reversal, as in go back up. But if it keeps on going down, past this red line, that means the downtrend will continue.
Okay.
So if we now look at this from a 5-minute chart, you're seeing the price went up to here, but did not go above here properly, above this blue line. So this is telling you straight away that the market force isn't strong.
Okay.
But at the same time, in this particular scenario, on the 5-minute time frame, it must go above here. Because this is where the price reversed up to.
It must. All right. Okay.
So when price starts to make an anomaly, so it starts to go down and then goes in the opposite direction, and then it leaves a wick behind. What that really means is price wants to go back to there and then go in the opposite direction. If it goes above here, then the reversal, as in the uptrend, will continue. But if it goes below this zone, that means the downtrend will continue, because it's in reference to this particular zone of the past. Are you with me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. So the other thing that you've got to understand here is the overall trend here is bearish.
Okay.
Okay. So that means you're not seeing very or much bullish power. So if price should continue in that way, okay, then it would. So if we now look from the 1-minute time frame, you see here it's just like it's not making that much moves. Not much power here.
Okay.
See, price did not go above here, price did not go above here, price did not go above here, and you're seeing now a reversal happening here on the 1-minute time frame.
Okay.
So it means that this particular zone where all these wicks are, price needs to go above here.
Needs to go above there for it to be a
Yes, for a buy to continue.
Okay.
So if you look carefully here, there was the low. This low is higher than this low.
Yeah.
This low is higher than this low. This low is higher than the previous low, but we're not making any higher highs.
Okay.
So this is telling you that this could be a reversal point for the price to go further down.
Okay.
Right. No price is going above here. So what we're going to see here very soon is price to go below here. There's the wick. There's the reversal happening in front of your eyes. You must take out this zone. You must take out this zone.
Okay.
Okay. If it takes out this zone and then it starts to reverse again and going back down, your reversal of this particular area will happen. So price should not, as a downtrend, not go above here. And price to continue to the downtrend must go below this blue zone.
Okay.
So if I now show this to you, what it would look like on a line chart, you're seeing price is not going above this zone.
Okay.
So price did not go above here, price did not go above here, price did not go above here. Price temporarily went up here, but it's not making any higher highs. So what we're going to see here very soon is a lot of wicks. A lot of wicks here are going to be happening very soon. So look at the wicks, look at the wicks. Okay. This is telling you that the bulls are no longer in control.
Okay.
Right? You'll see the market trying to frighten you, but it shouldn't go above here. Okay. If it goes above this zone, price did not go above here, price did not go above here, price did not go above here. This is 4 entries, 1, 2, 3, 4 attempts at trying to go above that zone. It didn't. So this is telling you that it shouldn't. So as the price starts to unfold, you'll see, especially on the line chart, okay, it should be dipping very soon.
Okay.
So price is going to try to attempt that, go above it, okay, and see what happens. So when we are doing price analysis on this, we got to first of all understand market structure. Just because it's in an uptrend, you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, I'm not controlling this market, okay?
Sure. I know you're not.
I'm not controlling this market. I'm telling you what's going to happen with pure price action.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we go back to the line chart, look at how price is not going above this area. It's doing a lot to go to that area, but it's not able to. Okay. So the force or the power of the bulls is starting to go away. Now look carefully how it goes below this orange zone. Okay, now let's go back to the line candlesticks. Okay, right. It must take this particular zone out, and then you'll see that the reversal will happen again, as in the black candles, or the selling power will continue to the downside. So if we now look at it from a line chart, okay, we're not making any higher highs. Okay, So if so, remember always it must do both. It must make higher highs as well as higher lows. If not, it must do lower lows and lower highs.
Okay.
If it does both coinciding with each other, it will go with the trend of that particular example. So if we now look carefully, you're going to see a lot of wicks here very soon. See, it's trying to force itself, but it's not able to.
Okay.
Again, one more attempt, but it's trying its very hardest to go above this zone, but it's not able to. Remember, I'm not controlling this, okay? I'm showing you price action and its rose form and what is happening. If you understand this basic principles, you're going to make yourself a lot profitable. Okay? So the reason why we do it on the line chart is it makes it as smoother than the candlesticks.
Yeah.
And in the candlesticks, if you see here, the wicks are not shown on the line chart.
Yeah.
Okay, it's doing its very, very hardest to go above this blue zone. Trying to change it a bit so this make it easier for yourself. Make that the red line. Okay, now we're gonna see on the candlesticks again. So many attempts it's trying to hit it, so it's knocking on the door each time, failing, each time failing, each time failing. Okay, now look carefully again. It's do the same thing. Now it has, but if we look at from a line chart, it hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
Now it has. Do you see how it goes above the zones? Now, if you look at it from a candlestick, now it has. So now the trend will be continuing to the top side.
That's on the 1 minute chart, right?
Yeah. So if we now look at from the hourly chart, okay, look at how big this candle is. So when I said to you before, price should reverse from here because it didn't go below here. Price did not go below here. So when we're looking at key zones, we've got to understand why it should go down or why it should reverse. So now, if you look at it for the 5-minute chart, it's going to go from one zone to the next because it's got now the momentum that it didn't have before.
Okay.
But always look at the higher time frame to figure out what's really going on. So if you look at on the daily, it's going in a selling mode, but on the hourly, it's going into a buying mode.
Okay.
So what this really means, if we now change this to a line chart, the reversal on the higher time frame is happening very soon. So if you look at from the monthly point of view, okay, it's just reversing from that, okay, but overall trend is down. There's no buyers here. On the weekly, the buyers have just taken control, but they're not really taking much control. On the daily, it's doing a reversal. So if 2 of the 3 major ones, as in monthly, weekly, daily, are going in one direction, the other one will correct itself. So if we look at it from a candlestick, we're seeing an indecision here. Sellers were present, but they didn't take any of these guys out. So if we now go back to our lovely 1-minute chart, okay, and then look at the line chart, we're not really seeing the expectation that we should have seen before. So just because the price went up doesn't really mean that the price is shooting to the star. So that is why, okay, that particular zone that I had marked before,
Yeah.
it didn't go above it. So reversal point, reversal point. If we now look carefully at what happened here in the past, price did not go above here, price did not go above here, price did not go above here, price did not go above here. So we're looking at price origin starting here, goes back to a particular low, and price itself wants to go back to the same origin again. So you see now how it's making a lower low, but if this makes another lower low, okay, the reversal will happen from that particular area. So if we now mark a lovely line from here, change that a bit. Price did not go above here in both sections.
Okay.
So the movement started here, price did not go above here. So when the price tries to go above, that's another zone that needs to be taken out. Okay. On the 1 minute chart now, it's going back in the direction that it started off. Price reversed in this area. Price is going to be reversing from this area. Price again is reversing from that area. So when you're trying to do analysis, if you don't understand this basic concept of market structure, which way is the trend going in terms of the higher time frame, you're going to miss out on lots of opportunities.
Okay.
Does that make sense, Billy?
Yes. It
Good.
makes a lot of.
Right. So this is why, okay, when we do analysis, if you're doing intraday trading on, say, the hourly, look at what happened with the candles. Why should price be important in this zone in the future according to the past? So if you look carefully here, price is going down, but this green candle did not take the black candle out. Meaning this wick is not above this black wick. So that means the trend is still in a down, even though temporarily it's a green candle.
Okay.
So if we now look from a 4-hour point of view, the 4-hour candle did not take the previous 4-hour candle out. So this is why this is telling me that the price is going to be reversing, but the only thing that I can't tell you is when.
Okay.
So trading is a patience game. Okay. Do you know the difference between a marathon and a sprint?
Yes, I do.
What's the difference then?
A sprint happens really fast.
Yes.
And a marathon, the runners run for a bit of time.
Right. Trading is like a marathon. This is not a get-rich-quick system. You've got to be patient. Okay. You've got to be disciplined. You've got to be able to know when to enter, when not to enter, and when to sit on your hands and do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So when people see candles happening in the wrong places, they enter on impulse, not knowing what the big boys are doing, because the big boys here at institutional levels is monthly, weekly, daily. Okay. That's the minimum is the daily. If we now look carefully at the daily, it's taken the previous low out. So the reversals already happened with the daily, but when you look at from the hourly, you're looking at a buy.
That's true.
But on the institutional level, we're looking at sell.
Wow.
So that's the difference between like people who do short-term trading. They get stopped out because they want to make their money now. Okay. Whereas investors or long-term people like myself, okay, we're looking to make drip drop money, okay, over a period of time that will give us our monthly income steadily.
Okay.
So just imagine, so your monthly wage, if I said to you, if you hold a trade for this long, it'll give you 2 months wage in that moment, but you have to wait 1 month. Would you be willing to wait that month?
Oh.
That's the issue with a lot of traders, is that they don't want to wait. Okay, this is long-term prospects and short-term losses. So in the short term, you're going to lose a lot of money, but in the long term, you're going to make more money. But you've got to be disciplined. You've got to be able to identify. You've also got to be able to do certain things, okay? So when I'm doing this in front of you, how many indicators have I used?
None.
Okay, so the greatest advice that I can give to you, whether you take it or not, that's up to you, is to trade with your eyes.
Okay.
Identify the trade as soon as it happens with your eyes and look where. So if you asked a 5-year-old, which way is this really going? They should be able to tell you, okay, it's going in this direction. You do the same thing with your eyes. Because a lot of indicators are lagging indicators and they don't really work.
Yeah.
So if I now go back to my 1 minute time frame, okay, while everybody was buying, I was telling you it should be in selling mode. Look what's happening. It's now making a lower high and it's starting to make a lower low compared to what's happened there. So now this particular red line, again, is important to take that line zone out, take the orange zone out, and then you'll see the sell to continue. So it must take this guy out. So as price goes back into the trend, it should be going in, because remember, price did not go above here, price did not go above here. So price, okay, in its probability wise, shouldn't go above here. So remember, okay, this is a probability system, not a hope system that, oh, I'm going to hope today it's going to go down. Are you with me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good, right. So what I want you to do is constantly monitor the charts in a systematic way so that you can understand it in the long term. Remember, short term, you're going to make a lot of losses, but if you just sit on your hands and do nothing, your money will stay in your back pocket. Remember, 2 things drive this market: fear and greed. Fear of missing out and greed of not wanting more or wanting more, okay? So this is telling you straight away that it's going to go down. If I now change this to a line chart, look at the price, how it's happening. So remember, okay, I don't control the charts. I'm just telling you what's going to be happening according to price action. And if you understand price action in its simplest form, you're going to be very, very profitable. If you don't understand price action, you don't understand market structure, okay, you might as well put all the money that you earned really hard, okay, down and go away in seconds.
That's true.
Yeah. So do you remember the story of the hare and the tortoise?
The hare and the tortoise.
Yes.
I must have been a long time ago when I first had it.
Okay. So remember, Money comes like a tortoise, but goes out like a hare. Trading is the same system, okay? You must do it in a simplistic manner, and then you'll see long-term success. Right, Billy, okay? I'm gonna be leaving you with this, okay? I want you to follow the Euro USD as it is. I'm gonna be picking my daughter up, so once I've picked her up, I'll send you the recording, okay? But I want you to understand where I marked my charts and see if itself, let me see. If price is going to go below my lovely zone, okay? Remember, I am not controlling anything. I'm just telling you what's going to happen in terms of probability. Look at what just happened and look at where it's heading. And if you look carefully, price did not go above this zone. Just look at the candles itself. Price did not go above here, price did not go above here, price did not go above here. Now look at the price itself, okay? You've got to be able to see this to understand, okay, why is this guy telling me X, Y, Z when the whole market's telling me to put a Fibonacci here, a trend line there, and this time the other there, okay? This is now telling you in terms of price action, it needs to go out of this zone.
Yeah.
So the zone here has to be taken out. But normally, okay, I would not be this messy. But just to prove to you, okay, you're trapping the price. Always look at the price, if possible, from a line chart and see how it's no longer going in the direction that it was telling everybody before it was going to be going. It is because of the daily and how it's moving according to the institution. We're now looking at the price to be going further down. If the price itself goes further down, tomorrow's candle takes that guy out, okay, you're going to sell on, okay? The reason for that is if you understand this, see. This is the reason why I was able to predict this, okay, months in advance, okay, telling you that the price will be going in a particular area because I'm not looking for buying opportunities, I'm looking for selling opportunities. And how many indicators do you see there? Not very many. Right. Thank you very much, Billy, today. Was that beneficial for you? Billy?
Yes, come on.